I live abroad, but I have an apartment in Israel which I would like to sell now. Will I pay any capital gains tax? I want to welcome Advocate Tali Kessler, who specialized in Israeli real estate law.
Hi Eddie, and thank you for having me here.
Tali, I would like to introduce you with a question we received from Jack Berkovich, who lives in New York City. I have an apartment in Tel Aviv, which is worth around 6 million shekels. I plan to sell it now, and I would like to know if I'm exempt or not from capital gains tax.
We had a major real estate tax reform in Israel at the beginning of this year, 2014. Until the end of last December, most of the residential transactions in Israel were exempt from capital gains tax, no matter how many residential properties the seller owned and no matter how expensive the property was. Non-domiciled sellers were exempt as well. But since January 1st, sellers that own more than one residential property are not exempt anymore. This includes all the properties owned by the spouse and the children under 18 and any ownership greater than 1/3 of any property. People who don't live in Israel are exempt only if they bring a statement from the tax authorities in their domiciled country that they don't own a residential property there. And it is a question if most foreign tax authorities, like the American tax authorities in this case, will be able or willing to produce such certification.
Is the exemption is limited to a certain amount?
Yes. Even if you are entitled to an exemption, it is limited to 4.5 million shekels.
Tali, if Jack is not entitled to an exemption, how is the capital gain tax calculated?
A property sold after January 1st will be taxed for the appreciation from the date until point of sale. This is calculated on a linear basis and it is not based on the value of the property on January 1st. Therefore, Jake, if you own a residential property in Israel and plan to sell it, then it is better to do it as soon as possible since every passing day increases the tax.
So what you are saying is that Jack is strongly advised to sell the property as soon as possible to minimize his tax liability.
That's right. The tax increases every passing day, even if the value of the property decreases. But actually, property prices haven't decreased for a long time in Israel. But the Israeli government is making a lot of efforts to reduce the prices of residential properties.
Thank you very much, Advocate Tali Kessler.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you for watching